Hey everyone! So I'm homesick and I thought I would just quickly film this. So I'm not really feeling the best today, so sorry if I'm not quite as animated. But I also didn't like this episode as much, so that might be why as well. But yeah, not feeling the greatest, but let's film this really quick so I can watch episode 4. Honestly, that's really the only reason I'm filming this one right now is because I want to watch episode 4. So let's start with the negatives as always so that we can end on the positives. I didn't do an excited section because this episode, I didn't like it quite as much, and I feel like from now we can just kind of do positive and negative. Alright, so the first negative is just from the books. My least favorite part of the books is them questioning Black Aja because they suck at it, and I wish they would just kill them. So this is when they capture Joya and Sumiko. Sorry, I think Sumiko? Sorry if I got that wrong. But yeah, I just didn't like it. I don't really like it in the books either, and they didn't really change much. The only thing they changed was that they both lie instead of just one of them lying. So, actually I think they're both telling the truth in the books. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I don't really like it, and this kind of connects to the second one that I don't like, so I'll just kind of put them together here. I don't really like the whole plot line of Leandrin's son. I don't really like them trying to make Leandrin seem more sympathetic because she's awful and she's terrible. And so I didn't really like this, and I also don't like that they kind of reason out to go to Tanchico from this. That seems kind of weird that Leandrin would go back to her hometown. So I didn't really like it because in the books they go there specifically because the male idom is there, I believe. And so it seems kind of weird that they like go just because Leandrin's from there, because like that's not the point of why Leandrin went there. It's because the male idom is there. So I didn't really get it. I don't like it at all. Maybe I'm missing something, so you can tell me in the comments if I'm missing like a detail or something. But I didn't really like it, and I think it's confusing, and I don't think it's logical. The next one is the one I'm most upset about, is this scene here with the beautiful apple blossoms. Obviously, when I saw this in the trailer, I thought this was gonna be when Perrin's family is murdered, and he buries them in this beautiful apple orchard. And it's not what this scene is. This scene is him mourning his wife still, which I understand, but again, this wife is not in the books. She's not an actual character. And this scene is mostly about Alana's grief, which is frustrating to me. It's just like the scene is not what I thought it would be, and I thought it would be super meaningful. You know, in the books when he gets to Wine Spring Inn and he has like his moment of grief and he like breaks the cup in his hand, and it's so powerful in the books. So I thought that was going to be this moment here. I thought it was going to be like they killed your family, cut to black, and then he's here in this orchard burying them or like visiting their graves, and it was going to be so beautiful. And instead we just get a lot of like, I mean, it is a good talk about grief, but it's mostly about Alana actually, and not as much about Perrin. So I just didn't like it. I'm sorry. I was really disappointed. I thought this was going to be the most beautiful scene ever. And there were parts that were great, but it wasn't what I expected it to be. And I think it could have been something beautiful. So sorry if you disagree, but I was upset with this one. And then the last negative I have is Melindra here. So Melindra in the books, if I'm not mistaken, and my mom kind of helped me remember, Melindra is the what's the dark friend Aiel that Matt sleeps with. And obviously they had to change something because Matt's not around, but they changed her to Tardad, which I think is pretty upsetting because she's a sneaky Shido in the books. And then also they made her Malkieri, which is very confusing. I feel like, I mean, I get it. There are Aiel who are not genetically Aiel, like they join later, so that is book accurate that there are Aiel that aren't Aiel. But I didn't really get it until afterwards, and I talked to my mom about this, so I feel like non-book readers are going to be even more confused by this, because I thought it was confusing even though I know that you can be adopted into the Aiel. So I didn't like it. I know what they're going for. They have to have someone tricked by an Aiel dark friend, and so I'm guessing that they're going to go with Lan instead of Matt for that, which makes sense. Matt's not here right now. But I don't really know what they're going to do with this, and it makes me kind of nervous when they change really important details like this. But I'm tired of being negative, so let's go to positives because I enjoy that way more. So the cold open is always a positive for me. I love seeing the gateways. I didn't get a very good shot of the gateway, so apologies there. But I enjoyed this. It's very similar to a scene in the book, but I think that's between Samael and two different, it might have been Samael, Grendel, and Ravine, I believe, are the trio. I can't remember, I'm sorry. But it is a very similar scene. I am sad that I was wrong about my theory that Moghedien and Semrog were going to be merged because Semrog is mentioned here. So I was pretty upset about that. I don't know who they're dropping. I can't, like, keep count. Yeah, I don't know who they're dropping, and it's really upsetting. But I thought they were going to drop Semrog, and Semrog was just going to be Moghedien as well. But I guess not because he mentioned Semrog here. So there goes that idea. But this cold open was really cool. I do have a bone to pick with it, though. It has some details from book 5, and so I'm really mad that my brother can't watch it. Next is just a funny one. Apparently they heard me. I complained last episode about the intro song being taken out, and then it was here, so that's like awesome. I'm very excited. I love this intro so much. I love the symbolism of the weaves, the loom, and I love the different ajas. It's just so beautiful. So I'm so glad that they put it back in. Maybe I was right. Maybe people do like this. I don't know. I definitely do though. So it's very special to me. It just reminds me of season 1 when all the filming problems hadn't really been revealed yet, and we didn't know how season 1 was going to turn out. And this opening happened, and it was just so amazing, and it just made me very hopeful. Because it just shows some real love for the books, I believe. So yeah. Next is just all the Reds politicking is just so awesome. I love it so much. I love seeing Galena and having a face for Galena now. It was just so perfect for me, and I think her name's Sutama. I really like in the books a lot. And it was just really cool to see them, and I don't mind the change at all that Sutama's already highest. I think that's fine. I mean, she becomes highest later, so it doesn't matter to me. That change is fine for me. Galena's delightfully slimy, and I just really like it a lot, and I like the complexity of the books. And this is spoiler to book 5 that Elida is like not good, but not a dark friend, and I just really like that complexity of evil in the books. So yeah, I just really like it, that like the different kinds of evil, and that there's Reds that are good, like Sutama is fine, like Sutama just trying to help out Araja, you know, and I just really like how powerful she is in this scene, and it just really, really like the scene and the other one with Galena. This other one, showing it here. And then this is always going to be my positives. And I've heard rumors of next episode. That's why I'm rushing this, is because next episode. But I'm just so excited for all the IEL stuff. I love Rurik here. He says that's wise ones of business. It's so perfect. I love seeing Amis and everything. So I've really enjoyed seeing the AEL and seeing the cultural stuff. The cultural stuff is just very special to me personally because I've lived in more than one country before. So whenever you travel, you just love the different cultures, and that's what I love about the Wheel of Time, is that the cultures really shine and each one's different. And so whenever we're with the IEL, I just really enjoy the cultural differences. So yeah, it's very special to me. And just like ready to hear more about the dream world in the show because we get it so much in the books. Next is the one that's kind of on the fence. Right now, so far, I like Fail. I was really nervous about Fail because in the books, again, spoilers, like, she's frustrating in the beginning and then she gets better. So I wasn't really sure how they would go with Fail. Obviously, they skipped the drama at the beginning to get to the Two Rivers, so I like that. And I did like her in this episode. So far, she's good. Obviously, we haven't known her very well, and she's appropriately sassy, which is good. So I really like it. I liked I think 3 scenes she was in. She's already kind of standing up to Lord Luke, which is great. I forgot to put a picture of Luke in here. I'm glad that we are meeting him because he's very important. So yeah, I think it's good. These conversations were really good. I'm excited to see what they do with the character, what they change and what they keep, because there are times when I love Fael and times when I hate her. So yeah, I'm excited to see. Next is the White Cloaks. They've always in the show been done really, really well. So I'm glad that this is continuing here. Bornhald's misplaced anger is really well done, and also that he is more honorable than Valda is really well done. So I really enjoyed that a lot. So yeah, I'm excited to see what happens, and it was really, really great. And also, Natty Cawthon's a badass. I just loved this line so much. It was so perfect. Because she's gonna do anything to save her kiddos and her adopted kiddos. So yeah, just loved it. Almost done here. Just very quickly, I was very grateful that continuing to see how book accurate this season's gonna be. So for example, the Gray Man stuff is very, very book accurate. I'm starting to kind of lose my voice, so I'm gonna try to wrap up here. But yeah, with the Varen and Nynaeve and Elaine, I can't remember in the books if Egwene is there. I don't remember, to be honest. But yeah, I love all the Grey Men stuff, so that was really good. This is my favorite, and I'm unfortunately trying to wrap up here, but just Perrin being a leader is just so good to see. I loved seeing the young man say, "Then what do we do?" And everyone just kind of turns and looks up at him. And it's just, you can kind of see the tone shift of the crowd so well in this scene, and I just loved seeing it. So this one was really special to me. I love Perrin. I love seeing his leadership skills. And I just love this moment when this boy asks, and then everyone kind of looks up at Perrin. And then Perrin's here on the stairs, and he just like lays out his plan, and it's a good one. And everyone's like, wow, you've grown up. I just love this because it's hard for your hometown people to look up to you as a leader because they've like seen you as a younger kid. And it just speaks to Perrin's leadership skills that they still look up to him even though they know where he came from. So it's like that old time saying, like, a prophet has no honor in his own hometown. I watched that really badly, but you oftentimes don't get the people who know you best looking up to you unless you really have that beautiful leadership quality. So I just loved seeing this scene. This scene was really well done. I really appreciated it a lot. And it was so serious, and then this was just so hilarious. I forget who this lady plays, but she's just yelling at Senbui. I just absolutely loved it. So that was just a random little detail that was just so great because it was true to the books. Not the specific line, but just what it was. I think Senbui, someone says Perrin's not a dark friend, and Senbui's like, he's something. And then she's like, well, so are you, Senbui, and if you don't shut your mouth, I'll tell you what you are. Oh, it was really good. So I really liked that line. So yeah, sorry I have to wrap this up so quickly, but obviously I have to end on the quarterstaff fight that I was so worried they were going to skip, because last episode they were teasing it and then it didn't happen, and I was so scared that it wasn't going to happen. I was a little sad that it was in the dark with only Nynaeve watching, because I think in the books it's like everyone's watching and they talk about the backstory, and I don't think they did. I don't think they mentioned the really famous warder who always won because he was a quarterstaff guy. Or was it a farmer who like beat warders or something? It was a really great story and they didn't tell it, which was sad, but I loved this fight. I loved Matt's old tongue as always. I unfortunately forgot what this meant, but my mom told me it means time to roll the dice, which is so special. So if you didn't remember that like me, that's what it means, and that's like his phrase, so now I'll remember it. And yeah, it was a great fight. I really loved it, and my favorite moment in this scene, which I watched multiple times, was Nynaeve's little face. She starts worried, or she starts annoyed, then she gets kind of worried, and then she gets this little proud look, and it's kind of hard to capture, but you can really tell from her face, and she does such an amazing job. This actress just does such an amazing job showing those little shifts in the mood and her little proud face of her boys growing up, and here's Matt growing up too. And I just loved it so much, and it was a really good episode. It wasn't my favorite. Obviously 1 and 2 were better, and 4 I believe is gonna be like the best episode ever, as I've heard. My mom keeps on being like, have you watched 4 yet? And I'm like, I can't, I have to film first. So I'm gonna go watch it now, but yeah, this moment was just really special, and this show has just been really special, so I really appreciate y'all watching this. And yeah, leave a comment if I got something wrong. Obviously I'm a newbie, so I'm gonna get things wrong, but yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.